Pittsburgh, Baltimore. Um, yeah, I would say something, man. I think Baltimore needs a coaching change. Like straight up, I think Baltimore needs a coaching change. Whatever it is, John Harbaugh cannot figure out how to play against Mike Tomlin, and it's been that way for a while. We're going on about four. We're going on like 4 or 5 years of John Harbaugh not being able to figure out how to compete against Mike Tomlin and his teams. I gave credit to Mike Tomlin last week about how great of a coach he is and him being the coach of the year. He stamped that with his performance this past Sunday. The way this team is able to create turnovers, stay, they keep everything in front of them, have Lamar running around. I mean, it looked very much like the AFC Championship game for Baltimore, where they have no idea of how we're going to create offense on a down in, down out basis. The receivers cannot make plays. Your defense, their defense for once this year actually held up strong, actually gave them some opportunity, but you got none of that from your offense. You finally get it. I don't know. It's just the amount of turnovers, the amount of mistakes. Baltimore, to me, is as well as Lamar plays, they never match him in terms of being a consistent football team. Like I cannot understand how a team that has all the talent in the world, like they have great players on almost every position on the field, but they cannot figure out how to play in these crunch time scenarios. If they're not blasting somebody by 30, they don't look good. Like it looks terrible. I mean, Justin Tucker missing 2 field goals yesterday. Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry fumbling, Isaiah Likely fumbling. Like these things are like these things that they consistently have happen where they shoot themselves in the foot. I can't understand it. I'm starting to think that maybe Pittsburgh has that same juju that Kansas City has when it comes down to playing Baltimore. They just can't seem to figure it out under any circumstance. But I don't know if you got a chance to catch that game yesterday, but those were just a few of my.
Yeah, I was on the road. I was just like listening in to it and everything like that, just poking, trying to peek in on some stats every time we made a stop. But yeah, I saw that the Steelers took care of Baltimore, and Lamar always has a history of having a tough time with Pittsburgh as well, bro. So and often times, bro, it's like Lamar, he doing what he can, but it's like his weapons around him are just letting him down. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just not securing catches, it's the little things, you know what I'm saying? And they take away from the game plan that just better fits him, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Um, I I kind of don't want to say a coaching change because I like Harbaugh. I like both the Harbaughs. Yeah, we saw a good display last night, but I don't know, man. It got to be some type of change, some type of adjustment or something like that on why y'all keep. It's like the same mistakes going on for like the past. Hell, I want to say 4 years. Mike, you remember when the Titans came in Baltimore and Baltimore was like the number 1 seed? When like 2020 or something like
Yeah,
that?
bro. Here's the thing. If we, just for example, take away John Harbaugh's 1 Super Bowl run, he's Marvin Lewis. He's Marvin Lewis as a head coach. If you take away the 1 Super Bowl run he had, like that's the crux of where we're at right now. This is very much Andy Dalton, Cincinnati Bengals type territory, where the regular season they're humming, they're doing all of these things. I'm to the point now where I refuse to ever take Baltimore serious as a contender. I only can talk about Lamar Jackson. But Baltimore as a contending team does not exist. The defense for the majority of the year has been awful. Can't stop the pass. Everybody's having these big passing days against you. Even yesterday, Pittsburgh could have probably won that game by multiple scores had they finished off a few drives. But Pittsburgh's offense being what it's been better, of course, with Russell Wilson in the lineup, but they're still not an offense that I take as like a real threat in terms of do I think they're gonna just go win a game for me? I don't really believe so. But then they have a defense that's very much good enough to keep games close. They have an offense. They make enough plays to get by. But for Baltimore, man, I just when are we going to see a contending Baltimore team again? When is this team ever going to figure out how to win tight games? But they have at least 4 to 5 games a year that they lose, that you just always sit there and wonder, like, how did that happen? The Raiders, it's another game. I think the Colts, I think they lost to the Colts this year as well. And now you lost to the Steelers.
Yeah.
But these are multiple games where it makes no sense as to why you are losing in these scenarios. Why is this continue to happen? I gotta keep looking at the head coach and saying, bro, you and whatever you have not done to prepare this team. Because they make these minute mistakes that kill them. These are mistakes that in wins they don't make. They don't make some of these mistakes. And here's the thing. I think what's happened is that Lamar Jackson is a generational quarterback in terms of we've never seen a guy dominate the way his play style, so much so where he's won multiple MVPs and he's consistently in top 5 talks in the quarterback conversations. He's probably done a lot of saving over there in Baltimore on some jobs. Then I don't know. I don't quite understand it, but Baltimore for me is just not. They just ain't got it. But again, shout out to Pittsburgh and what they've done. They're 8-2. They run the division right now. It's theirs for the taking. They're going to be a top 2 seed right now. The way they're playing.
Now the Ravens lost to the Chiefs, Raiders, the Browns, and our Steelers.
The Browns.
With no Deshaun, I mean, I don't think it really mattered if they had Deshaun or not. No offense, but yeah, with Jameis Winston coming in, bro.
Yeah. I guess okay. Well, that's about all I got for those.